Okay, have you ever said that you valued something as a leader? Could be anything, but that it was a core value that you had. And then you discovered, maybe the hard way, that your actions, your calendar, your decisions, your behavior, you name it, was telling a different story. Well, if so, no shame. You are definitely not alone. This is such a common challenge in our leadership that we want to value X, Y, or Z, whatever it is. But it is hard sometimes to align our behavior, our decisions over time with this thing that we really want to value. So what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about a way that you can grow in this as a leader and over time really gain the trust of your people through something that we call leadership congruence. Hi there, I'm LeAnne Lagasse, and I'm a keynote speaker and a workshop facilitator, an executive coach, and the author of The Congruent Leader. And I get to spend my days working with leaders and organizations, helping them earn the trust of their team members, build highly engaged and cohesive teams, drive engagement and retention, and get to really positive outcomes as a group. And today what I want to do is I want to introduce to you a concept that has been really transformative, not only for myself, but also for a lot of the leaders that I get to serve. And it's the idea of congruence. So congruence is at the heart of my book, The Congruent Leader. This is all about aligning our perceptions of ourselves with the perceptions that others have of us and our leadership. And over time, closing the gap between those two things so that we can lead with alignment and congruence. So in the book, I outline a 7-pillar framework. And if you want to check out the other videos that we've got lots of videos on other pillars, but today what we're going to be talking about is pillar 2. And pillar 2 is all about alignment. It's about bringing your motivations and your values and your actions into alignment so that you can lead from a place of clarity, intention, and trust. So let's dive in. All right, so alignment is kind of a leadership buzzword. I feel like I hear it a lot, which is awesome because it's very important. But what are we actually talking about when we talk about alignment, right? Well, let's talk about misalignment first. And here's what I see in the work that I do with leaders, that we show up with really good intentions. We don't wake up every day thinking, I want to lead from a place of misalignment today. But what happens is we get busy, we have to make tough choices, we find ourselves in patterns that maybe aren't serving us well. And over time, what happens is that our team members, they're evaluating us not based on our intentions and what, we say are our core values, but our patterns and behavior over time. And one thing that I see a lot is leaders who they think that they're valuing one thing, and they'll even say that they're valuing one thing, but then their team members will say, well, actually, I think they want to value that, but what they really value is X, Y, or Z, right? So here are just a couple of examples. So if you say that you really value people and relationships, your calendar is going to reflect that. You're going to make time for people. You're not going to feel frustrated and discouraged when your team members are coming to you with things that are going on in their personal lives, right? You value people, you make time for them. If you say that you really value growth and development, then you are going to be the kind of leader that creates opportunities for learning on your team, right? That gives really good feedback to people, that coaches and develops them. Our calendar is going to reflect that. Your decisions are going to reflect that. If you say that you really value trust, that you are going to communicate clearly and transparently about your intentions and about your decision-making frameworks. If you say you value balance and well-being on your team, you do not need to reward unhealthy overwork, right? Misalignment is really easy to take root in our leadership. So if we want to be congruent leaders, again, and lead from a place of alignment, we want to build consistency over time so that we earn the trust of our team members. So consistency is going to help people know what to expect from us. They're going to feel more stable as a result. Trust is going to grow. So here's what I want you to think about, just to kind of wrap up and sum up this pillar 2. I want you to think about, your motivations as a leader. What is it that drives your behavior as a leader? Secondly, I want you to think about what it is that you want to value and then what it is that you're actually valuing based on your behavior and your choices and all those things that we talked about. Over time, we want those two things to align, right? And then when it comes to your actions, I want you to think, okay, if I'm really going to value X, Y, or Z, right? If I really say that I value growth on my team, then what are the concrete and specific behaviors as a leader that would signal to my team that I do value that? And do those things show up in my everyday leadership? These are some questions that you can ask yourself to grow not only in alignment, but in leadership congruence all the way around. So pillar 2 is all about alignment. It's a part of a broader framework. If you'd like more information, I encourage you to check out the Congruent Leader for more. We'll make sure that there's information in the comments and the description as well. As always, I encourage you to like and subscribe and share this with somebody who might benefit from hearing it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.